Between 2018 and 2019, two Boeing 737 MAX aircraft crashed, killing 346 people. Both crashes were traced back to the same piece of flight control software. That software was called MCAS, the Maneuvering Characteristics Augmentation System. Boeing built the 737 MAX with larger, more fuel-efficient engines than earlier 737 models. These larger engines were mounted further forward on the wing, which changed the aircraft's aerodynamic behavior. Under certain conditions, this new engine placement made the plane's nose tend to pitch upward. To compensate, Boeing introduced MCAS, software designed to automatically push the plane's nose down if it detected a stall risk. MCAS relied on a single sensor, called an angle of attack sensor, to determine when to activate. There was no redundancy, even though the aircraft had two of these sensors installed. If that one sensor malfunctioned and sent false data, MCAS would activate incorrectly. In both crashes, a faulty angle of attack sensor sent false data indicating the plane was about to stall. MCAS repeatedly pushed the nose of the aircraft downward, even as pilots tried to pull it back up. Pilots were fighting the software without fully understanding what was happening. Critically, many pilots had never been told MCAS existed. Boeing had chosen not to require additional simulator training on MCAS, in part to keep the 737 MAX certification similar to older 737 models. This kept costs and training time lower for airlines transitioning to the new aircraft. Investigations later revealed that Boeing's internal safety review understated how much control MCAS actually had over the aircraft. After the first crash, Boeing did not ground the fleet, and MCAS remained active on aircraft worldwide. Months later, the second crash occurred under nearly identical circumstances. Only after the second crash did regulators worldwide ground the entire 737 MAX fleet. The technical root cause was a single point of failure, one sensor, controlling a system with the power to override pilot input. There was no cross-check against the second, redundant sensor already on the plane. There was also a critical transparency failure, both to regulators and to the pilots who needed to know how the system worked. Boeing eventually redesigned MCAS to use both sensors and added stronger safeguards limiting how much control it could exert. The company also paid billions of dollars in fines, settlements, and compensation. Its reputation suffered lasting damage that persisted for years afterward. The lesson extends far beyond aviation software. Safety-critical systems must never rely on a single point of failure, especially when redundant hardware already exists. Automated systems that can override human control need to be fully understood by the humans operating them. And speed to market should never come at the cost of transparency about what a system actually does. The 737 MAX disaster remains one of the starkest reminders that software decisions in safety-critical systems carry life or death consequences.